Inter. RK is Guyana from media, and I'm your friend, dear brother, Haji. Dr. Ocean Can. Inter. Beloved divine friends, family, brothers and sisters, I have with me the Kaichor News of May 12, 2024. Maduro. Now, Maduro has put a military man to say how they intend to invade Guyana by building infrastructural projects. And he's put his military officer, armed operational commander of his National Armed Forces, Major General Hernandez Larez, to say that they will be building infrastructural projects to invade Guyana. They cannot hope to go around to get into Guyana through Brazil, so they will want to build highways and roadways to connect to Guyana. Now, they seem to think that Guyana is bereft of friends, and fail to realize that Guyana is recognized by the United Nations, our complaint, and we are respected as a democracy by the United Nations, unlike Maduro and his country, that in which he has made his people into degenerates, into low-life beggars, hungry around the world, sad to say. I'm happy that our government has a kind heart, but Maduro is using that kind heart to send his criminal and his military people to penetrate us and behave as if they are refugees, at the same time abusing our medical and other facilities which our taxpayer dollars are paying, and they, when they work in Guyana, do not pay any taxes. It's very unfair, Mr. President, VP Jack Dale, government of Guyana. You all need to create a system by which the Cubans who are working here, mostly tax-free, giving nothing to the system, that they must be able to get quickly a special permit to work with a VAT, so monies could be deducted, and or they can be employed as contracted officers under their VAT number, so that they can be made to pay their dues to Guyana. Every one of them, including the Haitians, the Spanish people from Venezuela and Cuba. I don't have no problem really with the Cubans, my friends. The Cubans are by far, I find, to be much more disciplined. Remember, the Venezuelans, each person spent 2 years in the military there. That's why when they attacked, they could punch and they could beat and they could maul and they could murder. And they have been trained in the army to kill Guyanese, Mr. President. And they have been sent in here to populate certain centers. I said this before in writing in the media and right here, to circle the entire Guyana and in the center. So when they build this kind of a project, they can call upon these cells to create mayhem, destruction, and confusion in the land. This man is very desperate. If he put out a full-scale attack on the Essequibo, we know that our friends in the United Nations will watch out for us. Our friends in South America, including the Spanish-speaking countries, Colombia, our friends in the United Kingdom, Europe, and especially the United States, will stand with us. Now here also is the man, and here is a bridge, an aerial view of a bridge that has been built across the Cuni River by Venezuela. I don't know if the bridge is coming to Guyana or it is in Guyana, but that is not being done as we did in partnership with Brazil in Lethem, where a bridge links Brazil and Guyana. With my permission and friendship, this bridge needs to be blown up as early as possible. Whether we send military mercenaries in guerrilla warfare to blow that bridge up, or openly we arrange hired mercenaries to explode that bridge. Now, let me go on. One day after, 2 U.S. fighter jets flew over Guyana, Venezuela's strategic operational commander of its national armed forces, Major General Domingo Hernandez Lares, announced his country is seeking to link the Essequibo via infrastructural projects. Oh, really? But he is not a political powerhouse, he's a military. Was he given orders to speak these things? 2 U.S. Navy aircraft made a flyover Guyana coast on Thursday in an exercise deemed by Venezuela as an act of provocation and violation of the Argyle Agreement between the two countries in St. Vincent and the Grenadines late last year. However, on Friday, Lares said that Venezuela will make the link with Guyana through interconnection tracks. According to the Major General, his government has already commenced this process of connecting Venezuela with Essequibo by building a bridge across the Cuni River, a river that operates Guyana's Etorinabang, a Region 7 village that shares a border with Venezuela's St. Martin. The bridge connects Venezuela with the island of Ancoco, the piece which belongs to us that they have stolen, in the Cuni River. Lares even posted videos on his Twitter account, now X, on a commissioning ceremony of the bridge. Army tanks and military equipment were seen crossing over the bridge to the island that is Ancoco, an indication that Venezuela is moving troops and military equipment closer to Guyana's territory. Lares called the bridge a campaign bridge and said engineers of the territorial defense system complied crossing the Cuni River through the campaign bridge to bring harmony and progress to our territory of the Guyana Essequibo state. Now, imagine they will go pass a law in their country that another country belongs to them. It's a campaign bridge. Why they don't go and feed their people, Mr. Lares? Why you don't go feed your hungry people, where you're paying them $5 US per month? So they're all thieves. They hate you, except for the few that you all are putting out strategically to disaffect us. Your teachers are getting $11 to $15 per month US, when it costs $500 per month to survive. So they all turn thieves. Aren't you ashamed? Lares, why you don't go and find a way to feed your people? You want to come here to steal our resources. Trust me, you will not be able to do it. He added, machinery will pass. We will build schools, universities, health centers, supply centers, interconnection tracks. And I'm going now to page 57. The article continues on page 57. 55, 56, 57. Productive projects in Essequibo of our fellow Essequibans. So they're calling our people their fellow Essequibans, and they will build university when they can't feed their teachers. They will build projects probably to get some food because their people are eating rats, lizards, cockroaches. That's why they're running away and they're begging our soldiers to turn them back to give them some food. Lares, you need to feed your people some food and give them some medicine instead of sending them to our country to turn prostitutes, or in Trinidad to turn prostitutes to feed their babies and to feed Maduro and you in your country. Should Venezuela continue with its plan to connect with the Essequibo, the move would be a breach of international law. Kaichor News has made several attempts to contact President Irfan Ali, Foreign Secretary Robert Prasad, and the country's advisor on borders, Greenwich, on the matter, but all calls were unanswered. Messages were also sent to the authorities, but up to press time, no response was received. The Guyana-Venezuela border controversy, some says controversy, depends on the British style or the American style you like, is currently before the International Court of Justice. Last year, the court ordered Venezuela not to take any action that would alter Guyana's control over its Essequibo region. Venezuela has historically claimed, no, you're wrong. Since 1966, after independence, they had accepted the 1899 arbitral award in which they got more than they deserved. So it's not historical, Kaichor News. You're wrong. Essequibo region has its own, despite the 1899 arbitral award that gives Guyana control of the Essequibo. The case finds its genesis in Essequibo challenging the validity of the 1899 award of the boundaries that separate the two countries. After years of fruitless mediation, the two countries were sent to the War Court through the United Nations peacekeeping process to settle the controversy once and for all. Guyana agreed. Venezuela disagreed. They want to settle it by discussion. They disagree, but eventually they did send a defense. But they still disagreed, as far as I know. Nonetheless, Venezuela has continued to show aggression and take action that has the potential to threaten regional peace. Now, why did we have that flyover? Why did the CIA head come to Guyana? Why is the head of the Southern Command coming to Guyana? Why did we have the flyover? Why did the U.S. ship come to Guyana? The warship. Because they know something. Their chatter system has picked it up. Their intelligence and Maduro's army have picked it up. They have picked it all up. And this is why they're trying to show a presence. To Maduro, don't think this will go easy. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro had deployed troops to the country's border with Guyana and launched a campaign to illegally annex the Essequibo region, despite concerns that his move was a direct threat to peace in the region. Maduro continued his aggression by saying that his country exercised a targeting illegal mining in the Venezuelan territories. He can't even deal with the illegal miners, the Sandinistas, his killers, his murderous people who could wipe him out of power. And I think it is time that his army, his military, should take action against him. There's a suggestion that I am making. They need to throw him out of power. We have to remember he's blocking the main opposition leader from voting, and so that he alone could vote because he stands to lose the election. Not long after, the Venezuelan leader moved to unlawfully declare Essequibo as a state of Venezuela. It sparked major tension in the region and led to Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines organizing a peace talk between Maduro and President Irfan Ali. The talks were held at the Argyle International Airport on the island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and resulted in a December 14, 2023 Argyle Declaration signed by the two countries. So, friends and families, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fact, this is the reality of what is happening. So he's testing the waters. He really believed he could, like Russia, walk into Ukraine and do what he want to do here. Here in the Western Hemisphere, our friends and partners of the United Kingdom, of Europe, and particularly the United States, and our friends in the Spanish-speaking countries of South America, UNASOR, I think they are, will not tolerate it. He continues to starve his people. He continues to make them hungry. He can't give them medicine. He wants to come build universities in our country and turn us into slaves. But the fact is, he can't pay his teachers or his nurses or his doctors. They are all coming here to beg Maduro, ambassador of Venezuela and Guyana, for some food. Ambassador, are you not ashamed to sit amongst the great nations of diplomats when in Guyana? Are you not ashamed, you, the diplomatic head of Venezuela, in a country of peace and love in Guyana? Your friend, your brother, me, Haji, Dr. Roshan Kaninda, saying thank you, farewell, French.